Welcome to 22.1 Tips, Strategy and Movement Standards. What we're going to do, we did it last year, well 2 years ago now. We're going to talk through the workouts. You've seen the videos, you'll have had a little look at what is required in general. We're going to go into more depth. We're going to look at each category and we're going to talk through some of the things that might trip you up. Whatever you do, if you feel like flicking through this, just watch it. Take a little bit of time, 5 minutes now, it'll save you your workout later. I would say the first thing we're going to talk about is just in general the filming. Make sure you have your camera set up that's going to show your reps clearly. So the first workout, you're doing lateral burpees over the bar, you're doing ground to overhead, and you're finishing on the rower. I mean, for me, I would have the camera front on, probably facing me, whilst I'm doing my lateral burpees, and it's front on for me while I'm doing my ground to overhead. You need to show your reps clearly. We need to see elbows locking out. We need to make sure we can see you on both sides of the bar, and then when you get onto that rower, if your rower's not in shot, you'll need someone to turn the camera and make sure that we can see that you're on that rower, and then afterwards we need to see your calories. So make sure you show that rower screen. Not all categories are going to have to film. If you're in the scaled competition, the mixed teens, 12, 13, 14, or the mixed kids, 9, 10, 11, you just need to be judged by a level 1 coach or someone who's completed the CrossFit judges course. You can do that anytime, can't you, the judges course? I think you can do that. Yeah, so if you haven't done it, I think it's £10 and you can do that, and it allows you to see a lot of our standards are based on what they do in the open anyway. In terms of no reps, it kind of comes under filming as well, because we're going to be watching these qualifier videos back. What should they be looking out for? What kind of no reps would you say?
The main one would probably be not locking out with that barbell overhead. So you've hit the clean, you're then hitting the push press probably, or push jerks. It's just obviously just sometimes if you're going so fast, you can kind of just take it down before your hips extend. So I'd probably say just make sure that you're clearly in the lockout. It's hard to really get a no rep on a burpee. Make sure your chest touches the floor. I'd probably say that's the only thing. And obviously a double fronted jump.
I would say even if you're really experienced, have somebody there judging you, because the last thing you want to do is smash this workout, put it on the line, get to the end, and then watch your video back and you've got shitty reps in there, because if you can see them, we're going to be able to see them as well. So you've heard us brief before, you've been to our competitions, a lot of you, we hold you to the highest possible standard. And I would say one of the main things is that knees and elbows that we always pick up on.
Yeah,
really,
I mean, locking the arms out, and then not soft knees, and then bring the bar down at the same time. What Ash has just spoke about. I mean, burpees going pretty fast. If your foot clips the bar on the way over, you don't need to go down again. You just need to do the jump again. So if your foot touches the barbell when you're terminating the jump over, just jump back over the other side of the bar, okay, because that is a no rep as well. All right. And chest, get your nipples down there to the floor, you know. People are going to be trying to move pretty quick. Let's just make sure that kind of your full chest down there on the floor.
Yeah. Not just your belly button.
Not just, like here.
Yeah.
This isn't your chest.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, there's no requirement to stand up on the burpees or to show extension. But we do need to think about the takeoffs a little bit. So in the scaled and the teens and kids, you are allowed to step over the barbell, but our ex-athletes, you are required to do a 2-footed takeoff and a 2-footed landing, and people do push that to the limit. If we think you're staggering and one foot's landing before the other, it will be a no rep, because you are permitted to do a 2-footed takeoff and a 2-footed landing. In terms of your score submission, we will require a total time. We need a time that you will enter. Make sure you enter it in the right format and you leave yourself plenty of time. We're going to send an email out with how to submit your scores, to use WeTime. We're going to try and avoid using YouTube this time. We're going to use an app called WeTime, but we'll send more information out about that. And also some scorecards to help you with that. So the kids and teens workout is slightly different. So the teens, obviously there's 2 age groups of teens. If you're in the 15, 16, 17, you will be doing the workout 40 and 25. If you're in the 12, 13, 14, or in your kids 9, 10, 11, you'll be doing 10 burpees to plate, 10 plate ground to overhead, and you won't be doing a 1K row, you'll be doing a 500 meter row. Okay, but again, we'll send out a scorecard, so it's really easy to follow. Best thing to do, which you'll have to do anyway, is do it with a coach at your box or someone who's a certified judge, and then there's no errors in that one. So the other thing I want to talk about is you are allowed, it's a ground to overhead. So in your experience, Mason, clean and jerk or snatch?
Probably snatch for 3 reps and then realise that was a bad idea. No, I would go with clean and jerks personally, because you need to be there on the row. You know, you've got that 1K row to consider. Yes, it's 3 rounds for time, get through that quite quickly, but if you're done, then you're going to suffer on your row, and that's going to be a tough row. So personally, I would go quick ground to overheads. Yeah, try and stay low on the burpees. Just keep consistent round times, and then obviously you'll have a 1K row time anyway. Is it going to be a PB? Probably not, but you've got something what you can push for.
Yeah.
If it was 1 round, you'd probably go snatch, but with it being 3 rounds back to back, you probably definitely going to go push jerks. Clean jerk.
You got to think about that first 200-300 meters on the row machine, and then obviously the last 200-300 meters on that row machine where you're really going to need to recover from the initial part, and then you're really going to need some effort to push, and you can ruin all that if you choose the wrong movement. There'll be some strong boys out there, and I have no doubt that will go snatch, but whether that would be the best for the general population, I don't think so.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting to see people's strategy. I think it's for maybe the top athletes in each category, it might be a one and done, but I think for most people, I think you're going to have 10-12 days, I think, to do this. So we will release the submission deadlines and email you that info. It could be something that you will go again at, but I would definitely say just make sure you keep an eye on those reps. From experience, it's clean and jerk reps that always end up sloppy. We take penalties off people, we get emails, what was wrong with my reps? I'm like, have you watched your video back? You need to lock out your reps. Like, hold yourself to the highest standard, because you're going to get caught out. Other than that, any questions on the workout, drop us an email. Don't message us on Facebook or Instagram or social media. Write us an email. We can get back to you. We miss notifications on social media. It gets lost in the traffic. Like, if you've got proper questions, email us them and we'll answer them properly that way. Anything we missed?
No, just a quick thing on the filming, like you mentioned. Make sure your rows turn round, so like when you're filming, we can see the row and like the meters ticking over. And if it's obviously the other way, you've then got to have someone moving that camera. And just if you haven't got that other person, just be aware of where the camera is compared to the rower.
Yeah, I'd try and have someone with you. I think it's always the best to have someone with you, and then you've got like someone to check you're still filming and everything's still working. But yeah.
No, that's everything, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so good luck with that one.